Something I learned thanks to Nubeo watches and this release is that the game Asteroids, created by ATARI, is celebrating their 45th anniversary this year. You have probably played this even if you don't know about it, because this is one of the most classic games in the world. You control a single spaceship and there's asteroids falling towards you, which you need to shoot out in order to keep your spaceship alive. Remember that? Yeah, that is the game of Asteroids. And this is how they were sold. And it was actually sold in more than 8,700 copies of this, which makes it a huge success at that time. Yeah, the game might seem quite simple in today's term, but at 1979 this was a game changer. Yeah, but let's get on to looking at this watch. While unboxing this, I'm wearing my Mission to the Moon Phase Moon Swatch with the new rubber straps from Swatch. Make sure to check out the review when I review all these new cool straps. But let's go into this Nubeo watch that has been completely super branded with ATARI, but also all the things from the Asteroids. And here we have the watch that is limited in 125 pieces. This watch comes in 4 different colors, so each of them is limited to 125 pieces. And we chosen to look at the black case together with a yellow strap. Together with all Nubeo watches you get 2 years of warranty, and this is the warranty card that you get. On the back side you will see stamps, etc. I don't have it on this watch because it's a review piece. And here you have the instruction manuals. I think they have quite straightforward instruction manuals for those of you who don't know how to set the time and date of these watches. And I will show you something fun about setting the date on this watch a little bit later, because it actually doesn't have a date. And let's remove this plastic from the watch, which sits quite tightly on to the really domed glass that we have on this watch. I do like the color combinations of the black contrasts the yellow, and we have some together with the small details of the red and the blue, which is actually the second and the hour hand. Spinning the watch around, you will see this how to register the watch, and this is how you do it. You scan the QR code on the back, and that will bring you to Nubeo's website where there is a warranty and repair service. And here you click in what you have for serial number, etc., and a proof of concept of purchasing this watch, and then you will have an easier way to access your warranty. This is something that is really nice. A lot of brands are doing these possibilities to register your watch, and I think that is a great trend in the industry, because it's nice to validate and confirm that you have the warranty that you are expecting. It's time to try this quite hefty 50mm watch on my 16.5cm wrist. It is huge on my wrist, but at the same time it's a piece that you maybe don't wear to tell the time. You maybe wear it because you're a huge ATARI Asteroid fan, because this watch really visualizes all those aspects from that retro looking game. You can see the hour and the second hand and everything that is happening on the dial. Really feels like these asteroids chasing your spaceship and you're trying to save your captain. On the back of the watch you can see even more ATARI and all these asteroid branding, but also you can see the automatic movement ticking, because here we have a Japanese automatic movement, which is really solid, and I think it has great specifications, and from what I understand it really holds the time well. But then to the quite important point, but quite interesting on this watch, how do you set the time? Yeah, you unscrew the crown because it's a screwed down crown, and then you have the first, second and the third part. First you can wind it, and the second is for the date, and the third is for setting the time. And this is how you do it. It's quite fun to play around with it because it really feels like you're playing the Asteroids game when you're actually setting the time of the watch. And here you have to look closely. The red little spaceship there is actually the minute hand, and the blue is the hour. So this watch is not going to be the easiest to read the time on, but it might be one of the more fun ones. Here, when I'm pointing a little bit, you can see the second hand, which is the spaceship in the middle, and the red is the minute hand that was spinning much faster, and the blue is the hour hand. Yeah, that needed repetition, because that will be not too easy to remember, I don't think. And something else that is nice, when you look closely at this watch, you can actually see that there's no hands really on this watch. It's plates. It's 3 different plates, one for the second, one for the minute, and one for the hour kind of hand. I don't know if you can say it's the hand when it is actually a plate here that shows you what time it is. But from this angle you can really see that there's 3 different layers on this watch. That is kind of cool, and from the top you barely see them actually, because it kind of blends into this black case. And here, when I am on the second pull out of the crown, it's actually where you can set the date, and you can actually feel that this movement has a date, even though I really can't read it on the dial. I think that is a funny thing to actually think about. That is actually, when you look into it, not too uncommon in the watch world, that you have a hidden date, it's called. And now we see it also on this Nubeo watch. It also shows that you have a Japanese automatic movement with a date. The case of this watch, as I said before, is 50 millimeters in diameter. The thickness is 16 millimeters, and the lug to lug, which is a quite strange measure on this watch, is actually also 50 millimeters because it is completely round. It also almost feels like actually a pocket watch, and I will show you how it looks without the strap later. Yeah, this is definitely not a watch you see every day, but it's really fun for those collectors that are into watches and also into retro gaming, which is actually something that is really booming now, I think. So you can get something that kind of matches both of those interests. But as I said before, I'm gonna show you how this really round watch looks without the strap, because I do think that if you find some cool strap for this, you could actually maybe wear it as a pocket watch. That could be something. And you can really see it from the back here again, how extremely round it feels like. I mean, yeah, most watches are round, but this feels even extra round. With that said, I'm gonna wrap up this video, and I hope you liked what you've seen. I hope you maybe go in and play some kind of modern version of the Asteroids after watching this. That's definitely what I'm gonna do after editing this. And let me know, what do you think about these kind of collaborations? Is it cool, or is it just weird that you mix these kind of things? Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye guys!